Alright, so we are back for the trade deadline special, and this was one hell of a trade deadline. If you thought this year in real life was the craziest, no, this one is definitely the craziest. There was a bunch of stars who ended up moving teams, bunch of mid-level players, a bunch of contenders got a lot better. But yeah, let's just go look at what trades went down, and then well, before we do that, let's try to make a trade for Miles Turner, who is somebody we were looking at. Go Thomas Bryant, and then we go right here to the Wizards. Miles Turner for Thomas Bryant. Would this be enough straight up, or should we trade somebody else? I think these two players are valued pretty differently. Damn, they have a lot of centers on their roster. So here's the thing: if we trade Thomas Bryant, Miles Turner is going to become our starting center because I like the defense he brings. That's going to leave us with a hole at backup center. So maybe we'd look to pick up maybe Daniel Gafford or Mo Bamba or Vernon Carey Jr. So Mo Bamba's cheaper. He can also shoot the three ball and he can play inside defense. So let's do that, and then let's give them Edmund Sumner and like a second round pick. Let's see if this works. Has been declined. They want Alec Burks and a 2028 first round pick unprotected. And then we get Monte Morris. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do another second round. Damn, we got a bunch of first round picks. Definitely going to use that in the summertime. Let's see. 3 seconds. No. Who else could we give? Chris Dunn, and they can give us like an end of the road player. Johnny Davis's value is that high? He's kind of ass. So they won't do that. Let's do a first round pick for us in 2028. Will they do that? No. They want Alec Burks. I'm not giving them Alec Burks. Let's do a second round pick. No, they still want Alec Burks, and I'm not giving them Alec Burks. Alright, let's do 2027 second as well. I don't get it. Let's just try. Oh, I might be spoiling a couple of the trades here. Let's just try Trade Finder. Lowry Markkanen, no. Thomas Bryant in our 2025 first for Vernon Carey. Oh, it's Phoenix. I don't know. Let's just try it straight up. No, I don't want to give you guys that pick. Take this one. Matisse Thybulle for no. I don't want to give up Matisse. He's been so good for us. Let's do a second round pick and another second round pick. They want Alec Burks so bad, bro. So bad. I don't want to give you guys Alec Burks. They still want Alec Burks. How about let's take Vernon Carey out of this and give us. Oh shit. Isaiah Todd. Bruce Brown for Monte Morris? No. How about you guys take damn, 2 first round picks would be kind of crazy. Let's do the Cavaliers first round pick. I feel like that's something they may like. No. Give them another second round pick. They're making this so hard. Do we just give them the Phoenix Suns first round pick next year? Because I don't know. Wow, we have the Blazers pick this year. 4-star trade value. The Blazers are like ass. Like they're like the worst team in the league right now. So that's insane. Okay, let's just go player finder, Miles Turner, and I think we should just do that trade that they're offering us. So Thomas Bryant, then we get Vernon Carey. Okay, I like this trade. Don't think the Suns are going to be bad next year, so let's just do it. So we pick up Miles Turner in a trade, and then this is what our roster is looking like. Scoot, D'Anthony Melton, Alec Burks, Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, Brandon Miller, Bruce Brown, Larry Markin, and Yuta Watanabe, and then Miles Turner, who fits our team perfectly and what we do perfectly. We need a rim protector. And then Damian Jones might be able to play backup big minutes for us. His inside defense isn't too bad. Let me go look at his interior defense and block. 68, and then 82 block is not bad. Oh wait, we were looking at the wrong guy. 77 interior, 87 block, and I'm pretty sure he can shoot the 3-ball a little bit. Yeah, 68 3. So I mean, we don't really want to make a bunch of trades. I think this is the team. Maybe we'll get rid of Edmund Sumner for, like, I don't know, a couple second-round picks or even potentially a first-round pick. Don't really see him playing on this team anymore. Charlotte Hornets 28 first-round pick and Patrick Beverley. You know what? I might do that because Patrick Beverley would just bring. Jose would be cool too, but yeah, I think we're gonna do the Patrick Beverley trade. Yeah, let's do it. So Patrick Beverley and a Charlotte Hornet. Can we do 2027? You think they would do that for us? 2027 Hornets pick. What about that? All they want is another second. I'll take it. So we pick up Patrick Beverley and we get a first round pick basically for what's his name? Damn, I'm blanking on Edmund Sumner. Pick up Patrick Beverley, who's 35, but he could be a mentor to Scoot on the defensive end of things, which Scoot does need a mentor for. Also, Anthony Melton. Patrick Beverley's a shooting guard? Okay, that's weird. But yeah, that's basically all the trades we're making. But let me show you guys what has gone on around the league. We start all the way from the bottom. There's some crazy names. So this wasn't on the trade deadline. Victor Oladipo. This was the first trade of the deadline. The Sixers, they need a power forward. They traded for Kenrich Williams. He can shoot the ball. And they also pick up a 7th-round pick for Montrezl Harrell and Daniel House, who don't really play for them. Then the Bucks, in need of some guard play. They have way too many big men. They traded Marjon Beauchamp, who's a young guy, but they pick up a 1st-round pick from the Kings and Malik Monk. Also Austin Rivers and Kendrick Nunn, who probably won't play for them. Then they also trade Grayson Allen and Larry Nance, so they get rid of another big that they don't need and pick up Terry Rozier, which is a big acquisition because outside of Giannis, they don't really have any great scorers this season because Drew Holiday's been bad and Chris Middleton's also been bad. So I think that's a home run for the Bucks, and they're about middle of the pack in the East, and this can really take them to the top. The Mavericks trade with the Hornets Josh Green, Tim Hardaway for Cameron Johnson and Cody Martin. This one won't be as significant in a few seconds. Then the Mavericks also trade for Mason Plumlee with Patrick Beverley, a 2nd-round pick, and a pick exception. And I think the next trade is the big one. Yeah, it is. This is the biggest trade of the episode by far and really shifts the league a little bit. So the Heat trade Jimmy Butler, who was unhappy with them, and they're always just the middle of the pack, and he feels like he has to do so much to uplift them in the playoffs. So he wanted out. They trade Jimmy Butler to the Mavericks, Caleb Love to the Mavericks, PJ Dozier to the Kings, Omar Yurtseven to the Kings, a 2028 2nd-round pick to the Kings, and Derek Favors to the Kings. Let me catch my breath real quick. The Mavericks trade a 24 1st-round pick unprotected, 25 1st-round pick unprotected to the Heat, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cameron Johnson. Then they trade Cody Martin to the Kings, and then Cameron Payne to the Heat, who's actually, Cameron Payne's one of the 6th Man of the Year candidates. And then the Kings trade Dwayne Dedmon to the Heat, Nerlens Noel to the Mavericks, Marjon Beauchamp to the Mavericks, and PJ Washington to the Heat. So all 3 teams getting involved. It was mostly the Heat and the Mavericks, but the Kings, they pick up some decent pieces. Omar Yurtseven's really good, and they pick up a few picks as well on Cody Martin. Then the Mavericks called up Jaden Hardy. Then the Celtics trade Georges Niang to the Mavericks for Nerlens Noel and Caleb Love. Then the Mavericks trade Maxi Kleber and JaMychal Green for Alex Caruso. Dorian Finney-Smith goes to the Bulls for Maxi Kleber and 1st. Joe Harris was waived by the Nets. Alex Len for Lamar Stevens, kind of insignificant. Aaron Nesmith and Chris Duarte, Terrence Mann, and a second-round pick from the Spurs. So the Pacers trade that for Mitchell Robinson and Quentin Grimes, so which helps them out a lot because they don't have a center. And then the Pistons trade Kyle Kuzma. The Pistons are basically the worst team in the league as well. To the Grizzlies, who needed some backup wing minutes. And they get that with Kyle Kuzma. They also trade Tyus Jones and Brandon Clark, which is kind of a hit to their depth, but they pick up a really good player in Kuz. And then the Spurs are one of the worst teams in the league. They have Christian Wood just sitting there rotting. So the Knicks agree to trade some salary in Evan Fournier, a young guy in Aaron Nesmith, and a 2025 first-round unprotected pick to the Spurs. And then Knicks pick up Christian Wood. Trailblazers trade Jeremy Grant to the Pacers for Buddy Hield, kind of just elevating the Pacers roster. And then the Trailblazers trade Bojan Bogdanovic and Kevin Knox to the Clippers for Marcus Morris Sr. and Robert Covington. The Clippers make some pretty big trades in a little bit, so just be patient. The Clippers trade for Brook Lopez, and then Kings trade for Marcus Morris and Buddy Hield. And then the Lakers pick up D'Angelo Russell again, back-to-back trade deadlines, this time for Josh Primo and Mo Bamba. And then this is a really big trade. The Clippers are restarting. They get rid of Paul George. They pick up a young guy, and DeAndre Hunter, I believe, is only 24. And then they also trade Kawhi Leonard to the Thunder for John Collins and Clint Capella. They also pick up Taylor Hendricks, the Thunder do, which is underrated. Then the Clippers trade Bojan to the Sixers for Tobias and Brook Lopez. But then Brook Lopez gets traded to the Grizzlies. Then it's just us. We made our trades, and then if we look around the league, I mean, this is an insane deadline. So we are first, I think. Yeah, we're just first in the West, and this is our roster. Pretty good team. Timberwolves don't make any trades. They didn't really need to. They felt that they were good. The Warriors don't make any trades, but the Thunder, they pick up a guy who has won before in the playoffs in Kawhi Leonard to pair with this group. They look really good. Grizzlies get even better. They pick up Brook Lopez and Kyle Kuzma. And, they look really good. John Morant's hurt right now, but he'll be back soon. Lakers pick up D'Lo. Mavericks, they become an immediate contender. They get Luka, another running mate. So now him, Porzingis, and Jimmy Butler, their bench is a little weak, but they do have a few good pieces like Marjon Beauchamp, Alex Caruso, Darius Bazley, and Mason Plumlee. The Nuggets don't do anything. They just stay put. Except for getting Lamar Stevens and Markieff Morris, I think. I don't know. And the Pelicans obviously made that trade for LaMelo Ball earlier in the season. And Gary Trent, hopefully they're building a little bit of chemistry so they can contend. That's what they want. The Suns didn't do anything except for pick up Josh Richardson in free agency, which is a good signing. And also trade for Christian Koloko earlier in the season. Rockets don't do anything. Clippers are resetting their squad. They have a little bit of talent, but yeah, they're just looking to start over right now. And then Spurs just trading off that veteran player in Christian Wood for, some picks and some players. Kings, they might trade one of these guys in the offseason, Sabonis or Fox, or even both. Just restart it. But they're okay. They got Buddy Hield back. And the Blazers just dumping off their veteran guys, and then they're going to be able to give Cameron Whitmore, who was the 14th pick in the draft, a chance to shine, as well as Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons, because Damian Lillard is out for the year on the squad, so Cam Reddish is also there, and Omar Yurtseven, which is a nice young piece to have. He's only 25. And then if we go look at the East, Celtics didn't do anything. They were looking for a center. They got a backup in Nerlens Noel. Nothing crazy for them. Cavs didn't really do anything either. They just stayed put, but they believe that they're the best team in the league, so we'll see. And the Bulls, they didn't really do anything either. Picked up Dorian Finney-Smith, which is a pretty good pickup Michael Green as well. Let's go look at the Hawks. The Hawks become a big three of Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and Paul George. And then they also got Onyeka Okongwu, Sadiq Bey off the bench, AJ Griffin, Montrezl Harrell. They were one of the guys looking to pick up Jimmy Butler, but he didn't want to trade within conference. Sixers got a lot better. Don't know why they're running Walker Kessler at the 4, but they get Kenrich Williams, who just helps them out a bunch. And I know I said a lot better, but it really does help to have that spacing 4 right there. That isn't a 40,000-year-old PJ Tucker. Bucks probably improved the most out of any team. I mean, they got rid of their cluster of bigs, and they picked up guys who can score and help out Giannis. And then Raptors didn't do anything. They believe that they can contend. Wizards, they just unloaded everything. Well, most of everything, but anyways, they are just going to look to rebuild. I guess they don't have much going for them, except for a decent record, but I expect them to try to lose out the rest of the year. The Heat are restarting as well. They have a pretty good core, though. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. And also, Cameron Johnson, who's only 27. They also picked up Marvin Bagley, I believe. But yeah, they look decent. For the future. The Knicks were the 10th seed, and they just had pressure to do something, and they did. They picked up Christian Wood, who is their new starting center, and a backup point guard in Terrence Mann. So they look decent, man. They look pretty decent. I would expect them to, go on a little bit of a streak. The Pacers also significantly boosted their roster. They have 2 superstar players, Benedict, who's a young star, and then Gregory Jackson, who's a really good rookie. And then they pick up Mitchell Robinson, who can protect the paint, doesn't need the ball in his hands at all. And then a guy off the bench who can score for them, Jeremy Grant, and then a shooting guard that can hit threes and defend very well, and Quentin Grimes. Their bench is really well-rounded, really good. Go look at the Magic. They're struggling. They picked up Bradley Beal, and they haven't really done much so far. It's weird, but maybe they give it another year. And Nikola Vucevic is hurt right now for them too as well. Hornets restarting. Pistons continuing to tank. Jonathan Isaac was one guy maybe they would look to move, but they're just going to keep him. And the Nets are just garbage, man. So shout out to the Rockets for having all their picks. They didn't really do much this trade deadline except for trade Dinwiddie's hurt too. They traded Kleba for Dorian Finney-Smith or whatever. So yeah, that's what the league is looking like right now. It's been a crazy trade deadline. The next game we play is against the Atlanta Hawks on February 17th, but man, there is a power shift in the NBA right now. Let's go look at the award races one time. Shea, Giannis, Ja, James Harden, Jason Tatum. Rookie of the Year continues to be the same, along with Sixth Man of the Year as well. Cameron Payne now in the Heat, so Defensive Player of the Year, the same. Most Improved, don't know how Ben Simmons is here, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. I'll see you guys next time when we play against the Hawks, who now have Paul George, which is it's crazy, man. They are looking like a really good team. But yeah, that'll be the end of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.